enough said, I think. That is one lot of rain. Hear the rumble of the surf in the distance. Good morning on a lovely, pretty standard day here in Forster, in New South Wales. I'm Peter, and I'm sailing my sailboat Doxie up to Queensland when I can. I've been following the videos. I've been holed up here in Forster for about a week now, I guess. It's really, I don't know. There's an East Australian low out in the Tasman, which just does not want to seem to let go or move on. Giving us very strong winds and just rain like you wouldn't believe. So if you look behind me, and I'll swing the camera around in a moment, and we'll just look at the outflow here in the Kalungaluk River here at Forster, emptying out from Wallace Lake and the hinterland, basically, where it has just been jumping. So anyway, let's have a look. Okay, so it's a nice brown colour, as you'd expect from floodwaters. There is a lot of strife going on inland. People are isolated. Public services are not opening. Small businesses are not opening because their staff can't get here because they're isolated by floodwaters. It's having quite an impact. I was asked to check on the state of these boats. This one on the public mooring out here seems to be doing just fine. There's another one downstream, which we'll have a look at in a moment when I walk back that way. Yeah, so you can see the water here. Making virtually no difference here at the moment. There's more water coming out than the tide could possibly push in. Although if you look at my video from yesterday, I went up to the Marine Rescue Tower and took some video from there, basically just showing the views of the harbour entrance. And it was pretty exciting. So check that out if you haven't. But yes, I think more rain and more rain and more rain at the moment. Possibly there might be a let up tomorrow, but you know what? I'm not going to bank on it. This low basically has gone north and now it's come back south to us again. So it's just not letting go. Okay, so just from another vantage point, here's the first yacht that's on one of the public moorings. You can see how the mooring is being dragged back. That's what I was doing yesterday, or up until yesterday. You can see it coming past the green markers here. And where I was yesterday was on that one out there, which is pretty much submerged at the moment because the current is dragging it under. There was a yellow one around about there, and yesterday morning that set sail on its own and went out to sea, never to be seen again. So it was obviously ripped from its anchor. I'm sure the anchors and stuff on those are not as robust as the ones on the public moorings. Can't really compare those two things. Going from this current to this pleasant little pond here, and there's Doxie, nice and comfortable up against the pontoon, and sheltered waters, and reasonably sheltered from the wind now too, with the tree break there. So I'm just going to walk up along the breakwater here, just because I haven't done so yet. Little magpie lark, or a peewit bird, I like to call them, because it's the noise they make. And all the pelicans sitting there. I feel a bit mean walking up here. Maybe I'll just wait until they seem a little bit disturbed and stop. But they seem pretty miserable sitting there on their rocks. I think I'll leave them to it. Oh yes, it's still raining. This is the second yacht that's out in the stream. This one is under her own anchor. Seems to be holding quite well, hasn't moved. When I was in the tower yesterday, they took a photo of her so we could keep comparing throughout the day whether she had moved against the background and that she might be dragging or not. But so far so good. Well, that's a sweet sound. Not so much, I hear you say. We can't hear you over it. Yeah, okay. Electrician's been. We seem to have resolved the problem of the batteries. My thought was, and he agreed, was they seem to be in parallel and they're just draining each other out when they're not in use. So we've separated them. So once again, they work on their assigned 1, 2 and both and 0 options on the controller. So I effectively have battery number 1 as a starter, battery number 2 as the house battery, and I can use both to start. So what that means basically is that during the day I can put it to both and have them charge up to the solar. Yeah, we will eventually get some. Look at the brightness, it's disappeared again. Surprise, surprise. Not. Yes, so during the day I can have them on both, so the solar panels charge in both batteries. At night I would then shift to battery 2, which would then just give me house functions like lights and whatever, whilst the battery 1 will remain charged, unaffected, ready to start the engine at any time. So I'm running the engine now for probably about 45 minutes, just to put charge back into it. The problem's exacerbated basically because we haven't seen sunshine in 4 or 5 days at least. So yeah, hopefully that'll rectify soon and we'll be back to normal. But at least I know I've got a working system now which is working as it was initially designed to do. So happy days. I can feel a hot shower coming on. Well, once this lot's charged anyway. Well, that's the end of day 15, and I think the weather's going to brighten up a little bit. And I just keep telling myself that, so I get up again tomorrow morning. No, I'm kidding. I think we've made some great strides ahead today. We've got the power sorted out, which has been a real great boon, and gives me some warm fuzzies. So yeah, a good day overall. There's going to be a few more here. I can see there's no other way around that. The wind and the weather system is going to move back south again apparently. So Sydney's got big warnings on it because it's going to come through there, as well as even eastern Victoria. So it's the gift that keeps on giving. Absolutely. So anyway, I'm hoping tomorrow we might see a little bit more brightness. The seas are not going down anytime soon, so maybe the weekend will bring us some surprises, but I guess my thinking at the moment is I have to consider my stops now along the way. Cities and towns like Port Macquarie is probably going to be no-go because it's going to be very strong outflows there, probably trees and all sorts of stuff coming through. Laurieton's another one. Even in normal conditions, I've found that that's pretty strong and hard going, and in these conditions I can only imagine what it might be like. So I'm sort of looking at my options at this stage. Maybe I have to stop at places, you know, which are bays like Hat Head or Trial Bay, Crowdy Head, bays, places like that which don't have a river outflow. But of course, out at sea I'm going to find debris, so I'm going to have to be eyes on the water the whole time once I finally get going, because there's going to be all sorts of debris out there, and yeah, it's going to be an obstacle course. But anyway, we will get through one way or t'other. It might just take time, and thankfully I don't have time constraints, so very happy about that. I would not be doing it. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. This has got legs on it still, and it's going to keep on going. So more adventures to come. And this is Foxy Doxie, Dawn Raider, out.
Thanks for watching another Adventures of Foxy Doxie. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you.